Chris, I've got a tip for you today. You might not like it, especially if you have a Windows XP era machine that you're still using. When it breaks, just replace it. Just replace it. It's not worth fixing. It's just been in the last year or so that I've just come to that conclusion. Of course, you may wonder why it took me a year to make a video on it then, right? But, well, I mean, I'm all about... I'm budget conscious. I mean, I am. And so when people say, hey, I've got this really old machine, can you do anything with it? I'm more than happy to work on it. But increasingly, it's getting more and more difficult to get a Windows XP era machine. You know, if you've got a machine that's got the little made for Windows XP sticker on it, that's what I'm talking about. You know, if it says made for Vista or made for Windows 7, you're still good for 2 or 3 more years at least. But, well, Windows 7, you're good for 5 years. But, you know, a machine that was made for Windows XP, it's just too old. And it's a credit to the manufacturers that there are so many of those machines still out there that still work. I mean, back then, computers cost a lot of money, but you got a lot for your money. And so, you know, they've lasted. I mean, it's amazing, right? I mean, people still have these machines. They're 15 years old. And they are still capable of running Windows XP very well. Unfortunately, the reality of the situation is that software-wise, given the fact, especially that Microsoft really wants to kill XP as expeditiously as possible, and that so many other software developers, manufacturers, or producers are actively making it impossible to use XP, i.e. Google Chrome, i.e. Microsoft. They, you know, it's only a matter of time before you won't be able to use it, because there'll be things you need to do on the internet that you absolutely just will not be able to do because of these changing software standards. So, you know, you might as well just go ahead and get ahead of the curve. You know, if you've got a machine that was made, if it's got one of those stickers on it, it's incredibly unlikely that you're going to be able to upgrade it to Windows 7. More than half will not be able to, and usually it's the graphics card. The graphics cards just weren't very powerful back then. That's what I find anyway. Everything else is pretty much, you know, negotiable, but you have to have a graphics card that Windows 7 supports. And even then, you know, a lot of these motherboards don't have enough memory slots to put enough memory in there to really run Windows 7, because you really need 4 gigabytes of RAM to run Windows 7. Anything less, yeah, sure, it'll work, but then you couple the lack of memory with generally a low-powered processor, usually a single-core processor, or you know, like a Pentium, like they might be running at 1.6 gigahertz, but it's a single core, or even worse, you've got a Celeron. It won't run anything. I mean, you just sit there and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. And so it's really just not worth it anymore. So, you know, that's my advice to you. I'm sorry to have to say that. I'm a very budget-conscious individual, but, yeah, it's just not. And you know, from my perspective, working on computers, I really don't like to work on Windows XP machines because they're so darn slow. And it takes forever to do anything with them. I mean, the disk defragmentation takes a lot longer. You know, Malwarebytes scan takes a lot longer. Everything, CCleaner, takes a lot longer. And so it's getting to be where, you know, tasks that take, you know, 30 minutes on a new machine, they could take an hour, hour and a half on one of those Windows XP machines. It's just not worth my time. I mean, unfortunately. So that's just a heads up. Go ahead, bite the bullet, get a new computer. Well, get a used computer. We do have used computers all the time, and they're Windows 7 compatible. We can get you one of those. You'll be much happier, and then you won't have to worry about all this operational stuff with Windows XP. You'll get something and it'll work. If you're interested, give us a call, 919-518-6649, or give us a look on Facebook at facebook.com/LeAcrisComputers. If you have any questions or comments, please do so in the section below. And we will see you. Oh, like and subscribe too, if you want to. We appreciate it when you do. And we'll see you on the next one.